One of the big issues that people are asking themselves now after the election is, what's going to go on with Trump? What's going to go on with trade? And how is Canada going to exist? Well, Dean Baxendale is the president of Optimum Publishing. He knows books. He reads a lot of books, but he also travels a lot, I know. You travel to the States. You travel to Washington often. You travel to communist China. You've been to Taiwan very recently. How is Canada going to change with this new Liberal government?
Well, first of all, the Chinese won't let me into China, or if they do, it's a one-way ticket.
Get out. That's why I corrected it to say Taiwan. You were there 4 months ago.
Indeed. So where are we at with after this election? This was an election, really, it talked about what Canadians are looking for. They're looking for leadership. They're looking for, Donald Trump, what is that threat? Is that really a threat to our being? Is it a threat to Canadian future prosperity?
What is it? Because I've talked to Americans, they say the whole thing about 51st state is just baloney. He's just playing with us. The question is tariffs. As I said here before, Trump should be the man of the year in Canada. He is forcing Canada to deal with its own industrial capacities.
Trump should actually get the Order of Canada for galvanized Canadians to actually stand up for what we believe in. All of a sudden, we've seen a historic election where over 80% of the vote is divided. It's the first time between the two parties since the 1930s. So all of a sudden, we have Canadians, be they on the conservative side or they on the liberal side. But by the way, they've all moved to the center here during this election, and they're talking about saving Canada. So and we want to talk to Donald Trump about this.
It was a vote for Canada. There's no question about that. So then with Carney as Prime Minister, are we going to be having a greater emphasis on trade with the United States, trying for that, or Britain, or Pacific side, and forgetting about China?
First of all, as we know, Prime Minister Carney went to Europe during the election campaign to talk to European leaders, specifically say, listen, we need to expand our trade, we need to expand our relationship with Europe. At the same time, he's looking to China potentially as a buffer to Donald Trump. The Americans are interested in forming a continental alliance.
They want us.
They want us. Yeah. They want our resources. They want our expertise. They want our uranium. They want our critical minerals. We as a nation, and our oil and gas, we as a nation must be able to stand up to Trump, stand up to the Americans, declare our sovereignty. We own Canada, not Donald Trump, and we need to fight back. And I believe that Mark Carney, if he reaches out to the opposition at the same time, can forge and form a partnership that will take on Donald Trump.
And so you're of the view then that Carney will relax his opposition to oil and gas and start realizing the value of it with the United States?
He's promised it to us yesterday in his speech. He has said we are going to build a nation where it will be a superpower in energy, renewables, and regular oil and gas conventional energy. So here's what he's promised. Will he deliver on it is the big question.
You don't doubt him?
Not in the least.
Perfect. 3 minutes. To those of you who have subscribed and donated, a heartfelt thank you. You're keeping us on the air. If you're watching and you haven't, please try to do so, because 4 years ago we started this show because there needed to be independent analysis. Now more than ever, with the Online Harms Act. Once that gets into law, it's been passed once by the House, there are going to be hundreds of bureaucrats censoring the news in Canada, censoring this show. We need to keep it on the air. Thanks for your support.